And welcome back, everyone. And it is my birthday today. And wouldn't you know, for my birthday, I get Courage the Cowardly Dog and Scooby-Doo. Woo! This has been one of those long time coming kind of matchups for Death Battle, I think, because that has been a fan topic forever. Courage and Scooby. I did a who would win years ago on them. And I gave my opinion. So right now, going into this fight, I think Courage is going to win. Someone made mention, they're probably going to bring it up, that Scooby is descended from alien gods, but unless that has any bearing in how he handles a fight, it's not going to matter. Whereas Courage, despite being as cowardly as he is, his name is legit, because Courage is not being unafraid. It's facing your fear and doing something because you're afraid. And obviously Courage has dealt with God knows how many more supernatural entities than Scooby has. As they said in the little clip, he's able to, prior to this, he's able to just bring out anything from anywhere, 10 on larger screen. And again, I still go through that screaming. I hope to God, even if it doesn't beat Scooby, I hope to God they at least bring up the shout feat. Because seriously, in a fight, that's nuts. So let's do this.
Scooby-Doo, the miraculous mutt from Mystery Incorporated.
Courage, cowardly dog, straight out of nowhere.
Canis familiaris, man's best friend, the dog.
Puppy.
No animal companion has stood by humanity's side as long or as loyal.
Even, and maybe especially, these two yellow-bellied, lily-livered scaredy cats.
Ooga Booga Booga.
Dogs. He's Wiz and I'm Boomstick.
And it's our job to analyze their weapons, armor, and skills to find out who would win a death
I'm
battle.
assuming. Oh no, it's an animated fight. Okay. Oh, that's.
Throughout
I thought
the
it was going to be
ages,
pixelated.
countless
They just showed the
philosophers have
animation.
posited the same question time and time again.
Scooby-Dooby-Doo, where are you?
Pretty much everywhere, from cartoons to comics, from video games to board games, from live theater
To the most incredible major motion picture of all time. He's the greatest Dane since Hamlet.
But his
I
monumental
don't think I've
presence in
played
popular
Hat.
culture belies his humble origins.
At most of it,
Born
I've
to
played, like,
Momsy and
demo.
Dada-Doo in Doosville, USA.
7-year-old dog.
Doosville ain't what it used to be ever
For
since
a
they
Great
moved
Dane,
all
though,
those
that's old.
manufacturing
That's
jobs
an
to
old dog for a
Bangladesh.
Great
The young Scoobert was adopted by the Rogers family and their prodigal gluttonous son, Norville, better known by his friends as Shaggy.
Those friends being Velma Dinkley, Daphne Blake, Fred Jones, and sometimes...
With their powers combined, they are
like
Mystery
Scrappy-Doo.
Incorporated, a cadre of
Scrappy-Doo doesn't
snub-nosed
even like
teenagers
that.
traveling the
Scrappy-Doo loves
Nixon-era
Scrappy-Doo.
United
Tired of
States in a
that.
cushed-up Volkswagen, foiling seemingly paranormal crimes and unmasking corrupt authority figures.
All of whom definitely would have gotten away with it too if it weren't for those meddling kids and their dog.
Scooby is indispensable in Mystery Inc. investigations. Great Danes were bred by 17th century German nobility to hunt bear, boar, and deer, which means he's a master tracker. Scooby's
Theoretically, yes.
super sniffer nose can root out the bad guys no matter how well hidden.
They were called Kamerhunda, or chamber dogs, because they stay in their prince's
my
chambers
woman.
and
I get
protect
my
them from
woman in that
assassins.
killing food of
Such
a woman.
brave, fearless doggos.
Too bad for Shaggy and the gang, the apple didn't just fall far from the tree, it defied the laws of Newtonian physics and rocketed into space at the speed of light.
here's the
because
biggest problem.
Scooby is an absolute coward.
Yeah, that's
He's
the thing.
terrified of
He's
his own
very,
shadow and constantly anxious about everything
very
imaginable.
rarely ever, like,
and his
really
only
stepped up.
motivation is his delicious Scooby snacks.
Yeah.
Which makes it so baffling that he's actually kind of a
There you go.
badass.
Yeah, right.
Scooby's a master of the dupe, a classic technique of cartoon tricksters.
Sometimes called the power of positive assertion.
Is that what it's called?
Scooby flexes his mastery of disguise to fool would-be attackers, like seducing zombies as a belly dancer, or tricking a jester into entering
Oh,
an
I-
existential crisis.
This man was so thoroughly convinced to rethink his entire life, he went all the way home and got into bed
You didn't
before
upset
realizing he'd been fooled.
Okay.
Obviously, these disguises shouldn't work at all, but Scooby's just so supernaturally talented, they just do. See, this is a perfect example. No one in their right mind would think that that's anyone but Boomstick in an awful wig and makeup.
That's my mom.
I'm so sorry, ma'am. If those disguises sound completely impossible, that's because they are. You might have thought of the Scooby-Doo series as being pretty grounded with all its men in masks.
Yeah.
But then one day, the mask did not come off.
That's right, it's time again! The monsters started being real, and Scooby became just as bonkers to match. Like, remember those Scooby snacks? They started to give him a physical boost in strength, kind of like Popeye's spinach.
That's nothing. Shaggy's brilliant uncle, Albert Shackelford, upgraded those snacks with nanite technology, giving them a variety of different effects. Everything from invisibility, robotic armor, force fields, super intelligence,
and clearly missed some series.
Yeah, nanomachines, dog. And we're just getting started. He can stretch and squash his body any way he likes, even duplicating himself or regenerating from damage.
Like being chopped into pieces, crumbling into dust, or just blowing up.
His soul was literally scared out of his body, and both his body and soul kept going at the same time. That doesn't make sense.
He can appear in multiple places at once, ignore the laws of gravity, rewind time with his time scepter or super speed, draw things into existence, and mess with the plot of his own show.
Things getting a little too spooky for him? He'll just cut to commercial break.
He's also got weapons like the Super Spooker 3000, a gun that instills fear in the hearts of man.
And no, not like an actual gun. It literally shoots fear.
Or the Chest of Demons, an ark containing 13 monstrous ghosts.
Ghosts!
Should you be trapped within its grasp, your body and soul will be imprisoned in everlasting torment in this heretofore undiscovered 10th circle of hell.
Neat! Scooby-Doo has dodged laser beams and electromagnetic waves, survived being at the epicenter of an explosion that blew up time, and successfully performed the Zabriskie Triangle with Shaggy and Maddie Ziegler.
The Zabriskie Triangle is a dance so unbelievably dangerous that even imperfect executions have caused widespread destruction.
When performed perfectly, it was so beautiful it literally lit up the entire universe and blew up the enormous snow globe containing it. It makes sense if you watch the show. Actually, no, it doesn't.
Taking this literally, we can measure the volume of the broken glass compared to the size of our entire cosmos within it. In order to shatter what is essentially an enormous glass superstructure, each dancer would have to be generating enough energy to destroy our universe 11 quintillion times over.
That's right! Maddie Ziegler is a universe buster.
With Scooby-Doo as their nigh omnipotent mascot, Mystery Incorporated has saved the world from alien invasions, wielded the power of a yellow lantern ring, and was even made a member
that makes
of
no
the
fucking
Mystery
sense
Analysts of
whatsoever.
Gotham by Batman himself.
Yes, Batman, the world's greatest detective.
There's no way they should have been able to get a yellow lantern
even
ring, 'cause no
facing
one's
down and
afraid of
defeating
these guys.
the evil entity, an eldritch dark god, and surviving its death, which rewrote all of reality. Yeah, you know, the talking dog that crossed over with the Harlem Globetrotters and Don Knotts defeated Satan. No biggie.
So, where is Scooby-Doo? He's solving mysteries and saving the world with his found family.
Okay.
Also, he's an alien.
Wait, what? We interrupt this program to bring you Courage.
Okay, sounded like that. Okay,
Cowardly Dog
I
Show,
had to pause
starring
on that
Courage, the Cowardly Dog.
Abandoned as a pup, he was found
okay,
by Muriel, who lives in the middle of nowhere with her
I still
husband,
want to go Courage,
Eustace
but this
Bad.
is
But
not looking good
creepy
for Courage.
stuff
based on-
happens in nowhere.
It's up to Courage to save his new
But I
home.
will say,
Stupid whiz, you made me
Courage
look
is
bad.
the more
Ooga Booga
willing to
Booga.
fight between the two of them.
I'm the strongest
we got
and the
got an
fat.
ad here. Hold on. So, I've watched a lot of Scooby-Doo, and they have clearly gone off the fucking rails with their writing on that show. Holy hell! But you know, look, they still got to give a full rundown on Courage. So who knows? Let's find out. Okay, moving on.
You're breathing on me. Get away.
Sorry. What? Who wouldn't be excited for one of animation's mightiest mutts?
Courage is an adorable pink beagle with a heart of gold and an undying love for his doting Scottish mistress.
Yeah.
Beagles are hair hunters with
Things I
intense
do for
separation
love.
anxiety, excellent senses of
Like
smell,
14
and a
karat
set of
golden
legs
eggs.
that'll knock your
He
socks
runs a
off.
Scooby-Doo,
All of
apparently.
which fits Courage to a T, especially the
Not
howling
named
part.
To be
Stinky Lou,
fair,
thank
Courage has a lot to howl about.
Yeah.
Nowhere USA is a magnet for interdimensional weird. weirdness, attracting some of the strangest freaks in the world.
Like master criminals, cats, and LaQuack, mattress demons, mummies, weremoles, mad scientists, gods and goddesses, aliens, robots, alien robots, this chicken, the king of flan, and of course, the United States government.
And poor Courage is absolutely terrified of all of it. But his devotion to Muriel means he'll always step up and fight the good fight.
Good thing he's kind of a genius. He's a brilliant engineer capable of whipping up the most devious of traps almost instantly. And he's got an unending supply of tools at his disposal.
Everything from his trusty mallet to grappling hooks, ray guns, flamethrowers, chainsaws, bombs, beagle-sized cannons, yo-yos, a mind control helmet, vampire hunting gear, and the God Bow.
An ancient artifact that is completely irresistible to any mortal dog, forcing them to lick it until they die.
Except for Courage, of course. I guess if you have the willpower to stare down a gigantic purple foot mobster, you can resist even the most delicious of treats.
And he can pull all of this stuff out of his ass anytime he wants. He always has exactly what he needs.
All thanks to his computer named Computer. A sentient desktop which knows almost anything and everything, even if he has a bit of an attitude about it.
Which means he's always prepared, especially when he can shapeshift his body into literally anything he can think of.
From inanimate objects to monsters to different animation mediums entirely. Courage usually uses this as a form of charades to communicate with others, but don't get it twisted. These aren't just visual animation gags. His body is actually shapeshifted.
Courage's body is a canvas upon which his imagination runs wild. He can stretch to crazy lengths, shrink to microscopic sizes, turn invisible, appear anywhere he wants, or duplicate himself.
He's also effectively immune to damage. Oh, he still feels pain, but apparently his sheer terror overrides it.
Like the times he tore himself in half, or turned himself fully inside out.
God.
The dude somehow vaporized his entire body completely, without even ash remaining, and he just popped back good as new.
Classic cartoon shenanigans, but technically anatomically correct. Until it isn't. Courage can create objects from his imagination and often breaks the fourth wall, directly addressing the audience.
Now, you would think being an impossible-to-kill force of nature would boost his confidence a bit, but isn't that what anxiety does to you? It undermines your sense of self-worth and magnifies the problems around you.
Sure, but Courage is also fighting gods just as powerful as himself. Like this enormous alien which could spike meteors so hard it spun the Earth 1,000 years into the future. That's crazy.
Then Courage got shot out of a cannon that punched him through the moon, only to get slapped by that same alien and sent crashing back to the planet. And he was fine.
Courage is strong enough to physically patch up holes in the ozone layer, hold stars in his hands, and scream so loud he shattered the sun.
A scream like that would be like getting hit with over 100 septillion hydrogen bombs all at once, which is, you know, a lot.
And keep in mind, the sound waves of his scream would have had to travel through the near vacuum of space. Basically a complete scientific impossibility.
Next time you replace my beers in the fridge with LaCroix,
but it doesn't matter
my
if
boy
Scooby can't
Jack
hurt
Spaniels to
Courage.
blow up the sun. You've been warned.
That's not all. One time he operated a Peloton controlling a UFO and pedaled it fast enough to fly past Saturn, enter hyperspace, and cross the Milky Way galaxy.
Though Courage's greatest challenge came from inside his very home. A monster who tortures his poor pooch every single day. A depraved, psychotic motherfucker. The true Prince of Darkness. The greatest villain in cartoon history. Eustace!
He even collected all of Courage's greatest foes
that's
a
right,
legion of doom.
I forgot he was the asshole who did that.
Pulp in a game of dodgeball.
It gives all rednecks a bad name, Wiz. I want to end him. Low.
Okay, well, Courage's accumulated PTSD always held him back until he met a kindred spirit, another cowardly monster-hunting hound. Scooby-Doo.
Oh yeah, I remember him.
Together, they discover the source of Nowhere's weirdness, a dark matter meteor that controlled reality itself.
Originally, the meteor that wiped out the dinosaurs. Its dark matter can rewrite the laws of physics, control minds, and turn Courage into a giant kaiju.
Taking the meteor for himself, Courage finally faced his fears, defeating this cicada queen goddess thing and saving his family once and for all. Yes, even Eustace.
Shit!
So let that be a lesson to any who would encroach upon the bag's humble
I mean,
farm.
look, we like
It
Eustace because he is kind
has a
of funny, but
He may
hell,
be small
Eustace,
and he
man.
may be scared, but standing up to our fears is what makes us brave in the first place. That's why his name is Courage.
All right, folks. The Scooby-Doo Courage thing is canon. I mean, they didn't fight at all, so oh god, oh no, I gotta go with my guy here. I gotta still go with Courage. I got to. While Scooby technically has the higher durability feat with his whole universe exploding, it doesn't matter if he doesn't have something to take Courage out. As the guy said, Courage is kind of impervious in many ways. So, oh god, okay, let's he's got a gun Scooby's got a gun that shoots fear. He's also pretty durable. He can get strong. I'm going Courage. Let's do this.
Muriel? Maggie?
They're okay. Oh, hey, it's you. Oh, wait, how is this fight gonna...
Me?
What the hell?
What do I do?
I mean, is this fight gonna survive the monster? Oh, come on! I mean, yes, that's great, but...
Come on!
Ouch. You didn't mean to! And then they kill the monster. Oh, I get what this... It took me a second to realize what this fight's gonna be. The monster, they're fighting to see who's gonna face the monster, but the monster's ultimately gonna end up getting beaten before they actually ever reach his...
Oh, there's one more thing.
Cute.
Come in here, big boy.
I like how it doesn't work.
How to defeat a Great Dane with a speech impediment, eh? You twit.
It burns!
Like that fourth ball break. Ah, the classic.
All dogs love their bones, don't they?
Scooby just put Elvis.
Pretty bad. My name isn't Chad James. And it's not.
Scooby McFull tied Elvis kaiju. What the hell? Scooby, I love this.
Stupid dogs! You made me look bad! What's her? Well! Ow! Ow! Cut it out!
Oh, Jesus.
Well, Muriel, I hate that stupid dog!
Wait.
KO!
Wait, what? Who won?
Wiz, as happy as I am to avoid on-screen dog murder, wasn't one of them supposed to die?
Not since the Great North Central Singularity event of 2015
Seriously?
have we had a result like this. It can't end like this, right?
Even with Courage's insane
Scooby and
cosmic
Kurt
feats,
betrayed
you'd
us,
think the
powered each other, and
Zabriskie
crossed our
Triangle would be
physical
enough
steps
to
are
seal the
effectively equal
deal.
to their fight.
But both pooches could regenerate from basically any kind of physical damage.
You had to
Both
give
were
us a
incredibly
cop-out!
smart in different ways. Scooby was more of a trickster with his dupes, while Courage was a scheming genius. Computer could have given Courage
Well,
the
that's straight
edge
white-
if not for their
that's straight-
canon
I don't know if Courage may
crossover,
still
where it
compare to
failed to have solid
Cosmic
information on
Triangle, the
Scooby and the
crossover
gang.
series.
So I guess it came down to their unique abilities. And for 90% of their arsenals, they were evenly matched. Transmutation, mind control, you
Neither
get
can
it.
destroy each
They're
other's
tuned
soul.
with
Courage is only
basically
exercise
anything,
demons. Scooby's sword of
except
faith does not
for the
target
chest
souls
of
explicitly.
demons and the
This
dark
is sword
matter
of doom.
meteor.
Sure, the chest could theoretically always trap Courage, but he'd always be able to escape and destroy it with the dark matter meteor.
But Scooby could repair the damage by reversing time and then trap him again.
And then Courage would break out again. You know where this is going.
Ultimately, this battle between man's best friends would never end.
But this is a death battle. Somebody has to die.
Someone did, Wiz. Someone did.
Someone did.
Anybody tell you that you're kind of scary sometimes?
I don't like dog killers.
Scooby and Courage were incredibly tough opponents that could go blow for blow for blow. They were smart, powerful, and incredibly
Look,
broken.
I get it.
Doggone it, Wiz. I guess you could say
I
Eustace
gotta
had
take
one
the L
hell of a
because
rough day.
none of us got
I
it
shit
right.
you
Let's be
not.
honest. Well, I'm sure some of us guessed it was a tie.
Those were powerful.
Stop. This battle is a draw.
Okay, all
Hi,
right.
I'm Ben, the voice of Wiz.
Don't
Thank you so
like
much
it,
for
but I'll
watching.
take
We are
it.
about to announce
Otherwise,
the
it was a
next
fun-ass
episode, but
fight.
before we do that, if you're not a Death Battle member yet, click that join
All
button
right,
below.
what we got
See
next
what you're missing.
in coming weeks? It's not, Rick versus the Doctor! Oh, that's gonna be, that might be one I had to convince my girlfriend to watch. All right, then. So, Rick Sanchez versus the Doctor coming up. What'd you think of this fight? I love the fight. I just hate the fact it's a cop-out ending. But at the same time, I love both characters, so what are you going to do? I didn't even think to consider them doing more ties in the future. But I guess I should have predicted they could have done something like that. Either way, that's the end of this. That's the end of that. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Like, comment, share, subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Have a good one.